Hey all, welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video, and today I have something a little bit different to show you guys, a little bit different than my normal videos, but something I kind of wanted to talk about. So I just recently had a couple people in my life pick up this game and ask me, with my, infinite knowledge of this game, my experience, what deck should I build right now if I want to have a chance on the ladder? I want to play people online, I don't want to be lousy, but I want a cheap, good deck. And I thought, well, there's Red Eyes that are really good. But I'm like, well, that's a lot of expensive cards. Well, there's Toons. Toons are really good. Oh, but that takes an event. What else is there? There's Mako. Wow, that's a good alternative. Mako's a good, easily, but like these are people who just start out the game. Well, Kaiba's the one who's on the ladder a lot. Well, what does he play? He's a character you get right in the beginning of the game. Well, you see Kaiba with Beatdown a lot. Well, that's Red Eyes, that's Zombies, a whole bunch of stuff like that. But that's also Naturia. I was like, oh wow, Naturia. I think those are pretty cheap. And yes, they are. They're all rares and normals, so that's pretty awesome. Now I thought, hey, let's see if we can build a deck with just that pack that they all come in. Now, there's a main engine that Naturia kind of relies on, and that's all available in one specific pack. And that pack is Dawn of Destiny. So I thought, hey, let's just go talk about this one pack right here, and I'll show you guys a deck that you can build using just this one singular pack. Now, to get the full strength of this pack, I would recommend resetting the box once you get a Super Rush Headlong. I have 3 copies of the Sacred Phoenix, and I have basically every other card in this, as you guys can see here. Now, if you reset the box 2 times, you can get a lot of really awesome cards. Now, there's 2 methods you can do to get the full Naturia deck. There's just getting the Naturia cards you need, the specific Naturia cards, and then you are done. You don't need to do anything more, because you don't have to reset the box at all if you want to get Naturia cards, because they come in more than just the 3 that you need, because they all sit at normals or rares. So that's pretty awesome. But if you're willing to go a little bit further with this one pack and you're more so just looking for a better deck, a good strong deck on the ladder, you can reset this box a couple times. So I recommend resetting it 2 times. Now, at what point you do this is entirely up to you. If you do it, I recommend at least waiting until you get a Super Rush Headlong in each box set. But if you want to maybe also build a Phoenix deck at some point, you could wait till you get a Super Rush Headlong and a Phoenix, which I personally would recommend for longevity, but Super Rush Headlong is definitely the card to reset this box for. And I'll talk about all these cards in the deck profile as well, so we don't have to go over them right now. But this is the pack I would recommend buying for the newest players to start out with, and I recommend you pick up Kaiba if you're going to go down this route. Kaiba's beatdown skill is very good with this deck for sure. And other than just restart, I don't know a different skill that I would run with Naturia. So that's the pack I recommend. Let's go check out the cards that I would recommend to build the best deck you can out of this set. Out of this box alone, this is the deck I recommend playing. Now, maybe you don't get 3 Super Rush Headlongs, that's fine. Up the number of Exterior's Fangs you have, maybe up the monster count you have. But just building this deck in the first little bit that you're on, you'll be able to obliterate the CPUs. Easily destroy the standard duelists, crush a lot of the weaker events in the lower gauge parts of the event, and do very well on the lower scale of the ladder. Blow people out of the water for sure. And this can even stand on its own in the upper tiers. Not saying it's going to climb you through platinum, but it could probably get you to platinum, and that's saying something for a deck that someone who's only been here for 2 weeks builds from scratch and plays and wins. So let's talk about this deck just a little bit. So we have the Naturia Maroon. So when this card is normal summoned, you can send one Naturia monster from your deck to the graveyard. Also, once per turn, you can target 2 Naturia monsters in your graveyard, shuffle both those targets in the deck, and then draw 1 card. So a little bit of extra drawing, and this is a big card because it allows you to have a monster effect that activates. When you have a monster effect that activates, you can special summon your Naturia Hydra. So basically, if effect of a Naturia monster you control was activated during your turn, you can just special summon this card from the hand, and it's level 5. And that being level 5 activates your beatdown skill, what gives you the opportunity to power up all your monsters by 300. for each level 5 monster you have, and that effect stays active for that entire turn. Next up, another awesome card, we have Naturia Pumpkin. So when this card is normal summoned, if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon one Naturia monster from your hand. So this also acts like your Maroon. It's a monster effect that activates, but you could choose to special summon out your Naturia Stag Beetle. So there you go, you special summon out your Naturia Pumpkin and your Stag Beetle. You can special summon your Hydra instantly. That gives you 3 monsters. And because you have 2 level 5 or higher monsters, you can bump up all monsters you control by 600. So that's absolutely awesome. And 2200 attack, that's going to grow to 2800 with that combo. That's insane on the first turn. And then just because you don't have very much protection, and maybe you might brick a little bit, I personally add in 2 Naturia Eggplants. So Eggplants is just kind of a cool card to recycle things. Because when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can select one Naturia monster in your graveyard, accept the Eggplant, and add it back to your hand. So that can kind of just keep refueling your strategy and everything. Just a little bit extra monsters so you don't die as quickly if you brick. So there's your monster lineup, and that's what I would say would be the best monster lineup you can use from just this pack. Next up, let's talk about the card that I haven't stopped talking about this entire video, Super Rush Headlong. So Super Rush Headlong is a quick play spell, probably one of the most meta quick play spells right next to enemy controller. So basically you target one face-up monster you control and declare an attribute. If that target battles an opponent's monster with that declared attribute, this turn, destroy that opponent's monster at the start of the damage step. Very, very powerful card. You can basically get over anything you need, protect yourself from any engaging monster. It's a very powerful quick play spell, and it's good in many, many decks, so this is an investment I highly recommend. I personally took the bullet right away when I realized the power of this card. And then let's talk about the Exterior's Fang, a support card from Naturia that's very powerful. So activate only if you control a face-up Naturia monster and have at least 1 card in your hand. Negate the activation of an opponent's spell or trap and destroy it, and then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. I definitely don't think you should be running 3 of these, but you can if you don't have any other better options. But this is just a really powerful card to negate some of the top stuff that's going on right now. So you could possibly negate Toon Kingdom. I know this happened to me when I was climbing with Toons for a little while. So this is pretty cool. So it's Anti-Magic Prism. So when your opponent activates a quick play spell card, select 1 card on the field and destroy it. So this is awesome because like everybody's using quick play spells. This just acts as like instant destruction for something. Of course your opponent has to be the one who uses the quick play spell. But I definitely think this is a really good card because you're going to get a few of them out of the pack for sure. And it's an awesome deck filler if you don't have any other better support cards. So there's what I would run for a Naturia deck based on Dawn of Destiny pack alone, but also if you went the most expensive route. So definitely feel free to tweak the numbers in this deck, but these are the cards I'd recommend playing for sure. And just one other side thing I wanted to mention, and if you use this deck on the competitive ladder and climb up, which you will, you'll keep racking up some wins. You can use your super rare tickets for buying things like Enemy Controller to up this deck's potential even more. Now, for people who are wondering how to up this with even more different packs and everything like that, I recommend adding some Sphere Karibos, some Enemy Controllers, if you can farm for them or use them through tickets, quite possibly a Mirror Wall, and when you level up mine to level 25, Windstorm's also another awesome option for this deck as well. So that's the deck I recommend to everybody who's starting out right now, who just really wants to get a great deck that can do a lot of things, and get some awesome Super Rush Headlong cards for future decks that you'll be building. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and leave them down below, and I'll be sure to answer them as quickly as I can to the best of my ability. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. As always, peace.